Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Pocket Change Coins channel where we dive into the exciting world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're going to talk about a hidden gem in the world of US currency that has been generating a lot of buzz lately, the United States of America 2019 $quarter coin with the D mint mark. This coin, which might seem like just another modern quarter to the untrained eye, has a fascinating story behind it, and it could be worth a lot more than you'd expect. So grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover some incredible details. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2019 $quarter coin so special? After all, quarters are some of the most common coins in circulation, and it's easy to overlook them when they're just sitting in your pocket or jar. However, when it comes to coin collecting, it's not always about age or rarity. Sometimes, it's all about the details, the condition, and even a bit of luck. The 2019 D mint mark quarter is one of those coins that's gained a lot of attention from collectors in recent years, and here's why. Let's first take a closer look at the history of the US $quarter coin. Quarters have been in circulation since 1796, and over the years, the design has evolved significantly, reflecting different themes, historical events, and changes in US culture. Each quarter has its own unique story, and many have become sought-after collectors' items. The 2019 $quarter coin is part of the America the Beautiful series, which features national parks and sites from across the United States. This particular coin features a beautiful design that honors the River of No Return wilderness in Idaho. It showcases the stunning landscape of this wilderness area, with its majestic mountains and rugged terrain, and includes an image of a soaring eagle, symbolizing the freedom and beauty of the American wilderness. Now, you may be asking yourself, what does all this mean for the value of this coin? Great question. The value of any coin is determined by several factors, such as its rarity, condition, and sometimes, even the year it was minted. The 2019 $quarter coin with the D mint mark, meaning it was minted in Denver, isn't rare in terms of the number of coins produced. In fact, millions of these coins were struck in 2019. So why is it so valuable? The answer lies in the fact that many of these coins were either circulated widely or stored carelessly. Coins that are handled frequently in day-to-day transactions often show signs of wear and tear, such as scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections. However, if you manage to find a 2019 $quarter coin in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in regular circulation and remains as pristine as the day it was minted, you've got something very special on your hands. Even more intriguing are some rare minting errors that have been spotted among the 2019 D quarters. These errors can include off-center strikes, double die impressions, or other anomalies that make the coin stand out from the rest. Collectors are always on the lookout for these errors, as they significantly increase the coin's value. Error coins are some of the most sought-after items in the numismatic world because they are unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that you won't find anywhere else. So, what's the bottom line? If you happen to have a 2019 $quarter coin with the D mint mark in flawless, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The value of this coin can vary depending on factors like condition, rarity, and any unique features it might have. But for those in excellent condition, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $20,000. That's right, $20,000. It's incredible how a single quarter, something we usually think of as pocket change, could hold so much value. So, the next time you're digging through your coin jar or checking your change, make sure you don't overlook any 2019 quarters. You just might be holding onto a rare treasure that could change your life. Now, we've got something truly special for you, the United States $quarter coin minted between 1890 and 2001 with the D mint mark. While many of us may be familiar with the modern-day quarter, the history behind these older coins is nothing short of remarkable. So, if you're a fan of rare coins or simply curious about their hidden value, you're in for a real treat today. Now, when you think of US quarters, you might picture the ones you use every day to pay for parking or buy a snack. But the quarters minted between 1890 and 2001, especially those with the D mint mark, which indicates they were produced in Denver, are a different story. These coins aren't just part of everyday transactions, they're pieces of American history, and some of them could be worth a lot more than you might expect. Let's first take a look at the history behind these coins. Quarters have been in circulation in the U.S. since 1796, and over the years, the designs have changed multiple times to reflect different periods, historical milestones, and American values. For the period between 1890 and 2001, the U.S. Mint produced several distinct series, each one telling a different story. From the iconic Barber Quarter to the Standing Liberty Quarter and later the Washington Quarter, these coins span a rich era in U.S. history, each offering collectors a unique glimpse into the past. But what makes these coins from 1890 to 2001 so special, especially the ones with the D mint mark? Well, while many of these quarters were produced in large numbers, the value isn't determined solely by how many were made. In fact, many of these coins were circulated widely and have been subject to wear and tear over the years. However, the real value comes in when you can find these coins in excellent, uncirculated condition. Coins that are in near mint or mint condition are highly sought after by collectors because they represent a time capsule from history that's been preserved in perfect form. For instance, one of the key reasons collectors are drawn to these quarters is the possibility of finding one that is either in pristine condition or carries a rare minting error. Minting errors are something that coin collectors get really excited about because they are incredibly rare. Errors like double strikes, off-center designs, or other oddities that occurred during the minting process can make a quarter from this era especially valuable. These unique coins stand out from the rest, and if you're lucky enough to come across one, it could significantly increase its worth. Now, let's talk about the different series of quarters that were minted between 1890 and 2001. The Barber Quarter, which was in circulation from 1892 to 1916, is a favorite among collectors due to its distinct design by Charles E. Barber. It features a profile of Liberty and has a vintage appeal that attracts many collectors who are looking to complete their sets. Then, there's the Standing Liberty Quarter, minted from 1916 to 1930, which has a more Art Deco look and shows Lady Liberty standing tall with a shield. This design is admired for its bold, dynamic imagery and is highly prized by numismatists. Of course, we can't forget the Washington Quarter, which has been the standard design for most of the 20th century, introduced in 1932 and continuing to this day in various forms. The Washington Quarter was a tribute to George Washington, and it's one of the most recognized coin designs in U.S. history. But what makes a 1890 to 2001 D mint mark Washington Quarter particularly valuable is its condition and rarity. Some of the early years, especially from the late 1800s, had lower mintage numbers, making those coins harder to find today. So, let's get to the heart of the matter: what makes these quarters worth money? As with all coins, the value is determined by a combination of factors, including the coin's age, rarity, condition, and any unique features it may have. While many of these quarters may only be worth their face value or a small premium if they've been worn down from heavy circulation, those in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch much higher prices. And here's the big reveal: if you happen to have a U.S. quarter from 1890 to 2001 with the D mint mark in excellent condition, or one that has a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth an impressive $15,000. That's right, $15,000 for a single quarter. It's mind-blowing to think that something as simple as a quarter, which we often take for granted, could hold such incredible value. So, before you toss your change into a jar or spend it on your morning coffee, take a closer look. You could be holding onto a treasure that could be worth a lot more than you realize. Next coin, we have a truly special coin to talk about: the United States $quarter coin minted between 1788 and 2000 with the D mint mark. Now, you might be thinking, a quarter from that era? How could it possibly be worth a fortune? Well, sit tight, because we're about to dive deep into the incredible history, design, and value of this coin that could leave you surprised, and maybe even looking through your change jar. When we think of quarters today, most of us probably picture the modern-day designs that come and go with each state or national park series. But the story of the $quarter coin is far more interesting and spans centuries of American history. The first quarters were minted back in 1796, just a few years after the founding of the United States. Since then, the quarter has seen many designs, changes in minting locations, and, of course, fluctuations in value. The United States $quarter coin minted from 1788 to 2000, especially with the D mint mark, meaning it was produced in Denver, is more than just a piece of currency, it's a living piece of American history. So, what makes this particular quarter so special? Well, let's start with the time period. The years between 1788 and 2000 saw dramatic changes in the country, from the founding of the United States to the Civil War, the Great Depression, and World War II. As the country's history unfolded, so did the designs and symbolism behind its coinage. Quarters were issued in different series to represent these monumental times, including the classic Barber Quarter, the Standing Liberty Quarter, and the iconic Washington Quarter. These designs didn't just represent the country's leaders, they captured the essence of America itself. The Washington Quarter, in particular, has been in circulation since 1932 and has become one of the most recognizable coins in U.S. history. Its design, featuring George Washington's profile, has been an enduring symbol of American pride and patriotism. But here's where things get interesting. When we talk about quarters minted between 1788 and 2000, we're talking about coins that carry both historical weight and value. The reason these coins from this era are so highly sought after by collectors isn't just because they're old, it's because they represent a time when the US was still finding its footing on the world stage. However, it's not just the age of these coins that makes them valuable. The key to their worth lies in their rarity, their condition, and the unique features they might have. The US Mint produced millions of quarters during this period, but over time, many of these coins were circulated, worn down, and lost. The surviving coins, especially those in excellent, uncirculated condition, have become rare finds. A well-preserved quarter from this time period is considered a collector's dream, and the value can skyrocket depending on how well it's been kept. One of the most important factors in determining a coin's value is its condition. Coins that have been well preserved without signs of heavy use, such as scratches, discoloration, or other marks, are highly prized. If you're lucky enough to find a quarter from 1788 to 2000 that has been kept in mint or near mint condition, it could be worth much more than its face value. But that's not all. There are also some rare minting errors that occur from time to time, and these can increase a coin's value exponentially. Things like double die impressions, off-center strikes, or other flaws created during the minting process can make a coin one of a kind, and those errors are highly collectible. So, now that we've explored the history and rarity of these incredible coins, let's talk about their actual value. Of course, not all quarters from this era are worth a small fortune. The vast majority of these coins in circulated condition are valued at just a few dollars above their face value. But if you happen to have one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one that's been struck with a rare minting error, you could be holding on to something truly valuable. Some of the most well-preserved quarters from this period have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, and in some cases, even more. Now, hold on tight because here's the moment you've been waiting for: a US $quarter coin from 1788 to 2000 with the D mint mark, particularly one in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error, could be worth an astounding $30,000. That's right, $30,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin as ordinary as a quarter could hold such incredible value, but as you can see, the right combination of factors, age, rarity, condition, and even minting errors, can turn a seemingly regular coin into a true treasure. So, before you toss your old quarters into a jar or hand them over as change, take a closer look. You might just have a piece of American history worth far more than you ever imagined. Look now at next, we're going to talk about a coin that's been a cornerstone of American currency for centuries, the United States $quarter coin minted between 1817 and 2002 with the P mint mark. You might be wondering what makes this particular quarter so special. Well, sit tight, because we're about to uncover some fascinating details about this iconic coin, and you won't want to miss the incredible value it could hold. When most of us think about quarters, we probably picture the modern designs that feature state parks or national landmarks. However, the history of the $quarter coin goes way back, and between 1817 and 2002, the U.S. Mint produced some of the most historic and valuable quarters in American numismatic history. The P mint mark indicates that these coins were minted in Philadelphia, one of the oldest and most historically significant minting locations in the United States. So, what makes these coins so valuable, especially considering the large number that were minted over the years? Well, let's start with the history of the $quarter coin. The quarter has been in circulation for over 2 centuries, and the design of these coins has evolved significantly. The 1817 to 2002 period spans several important series, from the draped bust quarter and the seated Liberty quarter to the Washington quarter, which is still in circulation today. Each series reflects a different chapter in the history of the United States, showcasing the country's growth, challenges, and triumphs. Among the quarters minted in this time frame, the Washington quarter stands out, particularly because it has been the dominant design since 1932. Originally created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter has since become a symbol of American pride. However, what makes these earlier Washington quarters, especially those with the P mint mark, so appealing to collectors is their historical significance, rarity, and condition. While many of these quarters were produced in large numbers, a great deal of them were circulated widely and have since worn down over time. The coins that remain in excellent, uncirculated condition are particularly prized by collectors. These pristine examples are becoming rarer and rarer, which significantly increases their value. Collectors love finding quarters from this era in top-notch condition, as it's a tangible connection to a bygone era. Imagine holding a coin that was minted nearly 2 centuries ago. It's not just currency, it's a piece of history. Another important factor that influences the value of these coins is the presence of any unique characteristics or errors. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has occasionally produced coins with interesting anomalies, such as off-center strikes or double-die impressions. These errors can make a coin stand out, adding to its desirability and, of course, its price. Minting errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are incredibly rare and often one of a kind, making them even more valuable than the average coin. You might be asking, how do I know if my coin is worth something? Great question. The first thing to check is the condition. If you find a 1817 to 2002 quarter with the P mint mark that looks like it's been well preserved, free from scratches, discoloration, or other signs of heavy circulation, you might be looking at a valuable coin. Additionally, if your coin has any of those rare minting errors, it could be worth significantly more. In some cases, the value of these coins can soar into the thousands of dollars, depending on how rare and pristine they are. Now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much could a United States $quarter coin from 1817 to 2002 with the P mint mark be worth? If you happen to have a coin in excellent, uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin that's worth an incredible $22,000. Yes, you heard that right, $22,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that something as simple as a quarter, which most of us casually use every day, could be worth so much. But the truth is, the right combination of age, rarity, condition, and unique features can turn this small piece of currency into a true treasure. So, before you go spending your quarters on your morning coffee or tossing them in a jar, take a moment to examine them closely. You might just find that you're sitting on a coin that could change your life. Look now at next, we've got something truly incredible to talk about, the United States $quarter coin minted between 1812 and 2002 with the D mint mark. That D mint mark tells us these coins were made in Denver, but there's so much more to this piece of American currency than meets the eye. If you think that old quarters are just a handful of change, get ready to be blown away by how much this coin could actually be worth. To kick things off, let's set the stage. When we think of quarters today, we're used to seeing the standard designs that come and go with each state or national park series. But the history of the U.S. $quarter coin stretches all the way back to 1796. The coin we're focusing on today, minted between 1812 and 2002, spans a massive period of American history, which makes it not just a piece of currency, but a true historical artifact. The D mint mark means that the coin was produced in Denver, a minting location that has played an important role in the U.S. coinage system for many years. But these quarters go far beyond just their minting location. Between 1812 and 2002, the U.S. Mint produced a range of different quarter designs that are now sought after by collectors. Some of the most well-known designs of this period include the draped bust quarter, the seated Liberty quarter, and of course, the Washington quarter, which is still in circulation today. Each of these designs reflects an important era in the country's history. The draped bust quarter, for example, was minted during the early 19th century, around the time of the War of 1812. The seated Liberty quarter came during a period of expansion and change in the U.S. And then, in 1932, the Washington quarter was introduced to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, and it has been a symbol of American pride ever since. But why does this particular period, the years from 1812 to 2002, matter so much in the world of coin collecting? Well, it's all about rarity, design, and condition. Over the years, these quarters were used in daily transactions, which means many of them have been worn down by time and circulation. As a result, finding one in pristine condition, especially one from this particular time frame, is rare. And, of course, the rarer the coin, the higher its value. Now, let's talk about what collectors are really after. Condition is the most important factor when determining the value of a coin. Coins that have been well preserved, free from scratches, tarnish, and signs of heavy circulation, are highly sought after. A quarter from the early 1800s that looks like it just came out of the mint is a true treasure for collectors. And it's not just about avoiding damage. The key to high value is also the amount of wear a coin has experienced. Minting errors, too, can make these quarters more valuable. Sometimes, during the minting process, small mistakes occur, such as misprints, off-center strikes, or double die errors. These are the kinds of mistakes that collectors go crazy for, because they make a coin stand out as unique. If you happen to find a quarter from this period with a minting error, you could be looking at something worth much more than its face value. But let's talk about the coin's actual worth. If you're lucky enough to have a quarter from the 1812 to 2002 period with the D mint mark, especially one in excellent condition, the value could be quite extraordinary. And if the coin has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, or has a rare minting error, it could be worth a lot more than most people would expect. So, here's the big reveal: if you have a United States $quarter coin from 1812 to 2002 with the D mint mark, and it's in top-tier condition, or even better, if it has a rare minting error, you could be holding onto a coin worth an amazing $19,000. That's right, $19,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin most of us see every day could hold that much value, but the reality is that certain quarters from this time period are highly prized by collectors, and their rarity, history, and unique features make them incredibly valuable. So, if you have any quarters lying around, especially if they're from this 1812 to 2002 period, take a closer look. You never know, you might just have a hidden gem on your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the world of rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. Thanks for tuning in, and happy collecting.